Welcome everyone for this afternoon's webinar. Nice to see that so many has joined. We'll probably join a couple of more during this first minutes of the webinar. Overall, thank you. Nice to see you all. Today's webinar from Onevinn, we're going to talk about Microsoft 365 E7, the Frontier Suite. And as we would like to explain in this webinar, more or less of the yin and yang of AI-powered work. Just a reminder, we have a Q&A in the chat, so please feel free to ask your questions there. We will try to answer them in the end of the webinar if we have time, or we will answer them by text. So with that said, let's kick off this webinar. So for this webinar, we're going to do a short introduction of ourselves. So my name is Olof Norman. I work as a cloud security success manager at Onevinn. I've been here, I think it's almost 6.5 years now. My focus is on security and compliance, Defender, Purview, all of the security capabilities that we have in Microsoft 365 and Azure. My work is mainly having this dialogue with our customers to see that they are utilizing their licenses correctly and talk about them with the new functionality that they have to get a better security and compliance posture. I hand it over to you, Pascal.
Thank you. Pascal Lebeau, proud member of Onevinn as well, since October last year. Same role as Olof. Before that, I was 15 years at Microsoft, working with the enterprise customers from Office 365 and forward to, in the last 3 years, I worked with the AI workforce, introducing Copilot 2023. Over to Martin.
Thank you, Pascal. I'm Martin Woszinski, and I'm AI Workforce Specialist at Microsoft. So what does AI Workforce Specialist mean? Think simply M365 suite with the Copilot capabilities.
Great stuff. And to start off this webinar, what we're going to do, I'm going to just speak a little bit about Onevinn. So Onevinn is a company that is focusing on having the right security and compliance solution for our customers within Microsoft. And by that, we have a kind of a statement calling that we're number one in intelligent security. But as you can see, it's us as a specialist helping our customers to implement the simplest, most cost-effective solutions with integrated security, not bolted on, that actually meets the business needs with the right level of security all the time. So depending on what your situation is, we can adjust that to your needs. So that's why we talk about intelligent security a lot. If we go for it like a small, short introduction about Onevinn, we are founded in 2008. We are a trusted partner to our customers. So we have a lot of our customers has been since day one. And this is where it comes into reverting back to the intelligent security. So overall, we want to have a long-standing relationship with our customers, building that trust, building that intelligent security. And with that, we are utilizing a lot of our, utilizing our experienced specialists. So we are a specialist company, building security and compliance, AI and agents within Microsoft 365 and Azure. So that's our main playground. We are having one partner and one focus, and that is Microsoft. So we know Microsoft best. And by that, I mean, with our specialized workforce that we have within Onevinn, we are able to adapt to the customer how they are utilizing their Microsoft tenant the best possible way and their Microsoft services. So we build all our services on Microsoft, but we know a lot of other services as well. For example, to integrate with GCP or AWS or VMware and so on. But we build our services on Microsoft, so that's why we are kind of unique in this. And of course, that's a little bit of a humble bragging, but we are also winning a lot of awards. So within security and compliance, or both in security and compliance over the years. So since 2016, we've been having nominated or winning prizes. So that's really, really something that we are really grateful about to do. OneWinn as an introduction then. Well, we are a part of Alurity. Alurity is a company based in Stockholm, Sweden, who now has is the home of 14 companies for security companies throughout Europe. And for us here in Sweden, we are about 80 security experts, and we have our main headquarters in Gothenburg, and this is where we have our 24/7 solution as well, who are at the office there. But as you can see, we are spread around the country, and all our customers are based in Sweden and all over the world. Alurity then, from a kind of the numbers slide. So together within Alurity, we have now currently 6 security operation centers handling security incidents 24/7 to our customers. Together with everyone at within Alurity, we're about 800, and we are protecting around roughly 17 million identities and endpoints. And with that, our number of managed security incidents is about 500,000 each year. And with that, that gives us a lot of good knowledge of what's happening out there in the security landscape in terms of where the attack is targeted, what are their motives, and how they're doing it. And that brings us a good amount of information that we can bring back to our customers. Say, hey, we are maturing this detection now because we see another different type of attack pattern and so on. So that's really valuable information when we talk about this with the large scale environments that we have within Alurity. OneWinn, as are talking about us as experienced specialists, we have plus 200 certifications within the company, 10% MVPs. We have 900 years of experience, and that's why you can see, if you look really, really close, that me and Pascal are getting a lot of gray hairs. And we have 18 years as a Microsoft partner. So when you do the numbers, you can see that we have been a Microsoft partner since day one, and that is our complete focus. So when we go to talk about the focus, it's that we are a cloud AI solution partner with all the security specializations. We are a member of MISA, Microsoft Intelligent Security Association. We are a Microsoft verified MXDR service. So that means that we can integrate with all other services to get signals to our OneWinn MDR 24/7 services. That doesn't matter if it's from Azure, GCP, AWS, or on-premise environments. We are a Microsoft Copilot and AI specialized partner, and we are also local fast track partner and CSP. So with that, you can see that we are in the space of not only just security compliance, but also maturing our services with Copilot, because we understand security compliance from the back end, and it makes it easier for us to explain it to the customer how they're going to utilize a more secure AI service or agents. So, what has been the business impact of AI productivity? So as organizations are moving from experiencing with AI, trying out Copilot, to operationalizing it in their core business, a fundamental challenge arises. How do we create like a maximum productivity without compromising safety and control? And this is where we now see the rise of Microsoft 365 E7 takes its place. So we can now go from time saving to competitive advantage using AI. And this is really important when you see that you go from a trial and error, see what it can do, to now actually having it as an advantage within your organization. And with that step, going from time savings to competitive advantage, it's like you have to see that your employees now can spend less time in administrative tasks and focus more on the value creation, boosting the productivity within the organization. And with that, you can have now advanced decision making, like faster decisions that are enabled by an on-demand insights and accessible contextual information within your tenant. And with that, you can see now that it starts shifting to a more improved collaboration throughout the organization, where knowledge is shared intelligently across teams, breaking down silos within the organization and enhancing teamwork. And last bit about this is now you have a sustainable competitive advantage. So the productivity gains that you now can be able to do are compounded over time, enabling a faster response, higher quality, and innovation throughout the organization. But now that we have talked about what AI can do, we now have to frame the balance between the intelligent productivity, yin, and the security compliance, the yang, of the organization, and how you can adopt AI from a more a secure and compliant way. So Microsoft 365 is like, we kind of say it's like the yin and yang of modern work, where Microsoft 365 E7 represents the next evolution in workplace platform, an integrated suite that combines the entire foundation of E5 with Copilot, with Agent 365 and Entra Suite into a cohesive platform for AI-driven operations. The result is a new type of work model where humans and AI agents collaborate in the same system with a common context, with governance and security built in. So, but the real value of Microsoft 365 E7 only arises when we see it through the right lens, the yin and yang. So Microsoft 365 as the yin and yang of modern work is now you're able to balance like the intelligent productivity and security within. So it combines AI-driven intelligent productivity with enterprise-grade security to create a sustainable balance for modern work environments. Because now you have the AI-powered tools to with Copilot and Agent 365 that enable summarizing, document generation, data analysis, and workflow automation within a common productivity apps. And of course, we like to talk about security, and zero trust is something that we take with all of our customers, the importance of security and compliance built in, not bolted on. So with Defender XDR, Microsoft Entra Suite, and Purview, you enforce identity, access, data, and AI security usage with governance to mitigate risks in autonomous AI operations. And this is the things that enables organizations to better together design principles, like viewing productivity and security as complementary, enables organizations to innovate rapidly while remaining compliant and trustworthy. So let's deep dive into the first stage, the yin, with increased productivity and time saving. So Microsoft 365 Copilot transforms daily work. Agent 365 and the shift from assistance to automation, because now you can not only just use Copilot, but you can also have more and more control of all of your agents with Agent 365. So Yin represents the movement, the innovation, and the value creation within the organization. Microsoft 365 E7 unlocks a whole new level of productivity through AI built into every workflow via Copilot, automate the process and task through AI agents, data-driven insights that integrate directly into tools like Teams, Outlook, Excel, and Word, and so on. And the ability to scale work from individual tasks to the organizational level. It's no longer about streamlining a single user. It's about transforming the way the entire organization works. So how does Microsoft 365 Copilot transform the daily work? Well, now you have an embedded AI assistant throughout the whole organization that integrates directly into apps like Teams, Outlook, Word, PowerPoint, and Excel to streamline the user's work. But you can also have an enhanced communication where Copilot summarize meetings, draft emails, and prioritize message to improve communication efficiency. And content-driven creation and analysis. So that's generating drafts, restructures content, create presentations, and perform natural language data analysis within your environment. And this is where you can now take the advantage of a good data security together with the productivity. So Copilot will respect the user permission via Microsoft Graph, ensuring that data security is at place while boosting the end user's productivity. And now, when we are then introducing Agent 365, it's where we have the shift from assistance to automation. So this is where you can, Agent 365 enables AI agents to autonomously execute tasks across multiple applications and process for individuals and teams. This is where it comes with the organizational scalability. The shift, technology shifts from individual productivity to scalable automation, improving organizational efficiency at large. And of course, with this gives us the governance and the security that we need. That treats Agent 365 treats AI agents as identities that requires governance, monitoring, and restrictions to prevent errors and over-permissioning. And with this, you have a productivity and strategic focus. So automation will free up employees from routine work, enabling focus on strategic initiatives and faster operational cycles. And now let's deep dive into the Yang, the security, the identity, and the whole backbone of security compliance of Microsoft 365. So identity is the new security parameter with Microsoft's Entra suite, for an example. Yang stands for structure, governance, and trust, a prerequisite for Yin to exist sustainably. Because in the AI era, a new truth applies. Without control, no scaling of AI. So Microsoft 365 E7 addressed this by delivering a full zero trust, identity and access control on the entire organization with data protection, information classification, AI governance through Purview, advanced threat detection and response through Defender XDR platform, with central governance and lifecycle management of AI agents via Agent 365. Together, this creates an environment where organizations can trust their AI solutions with full transparency, traceability, and compliance. And that's the security we like. But to unlock the potential of agentic AI, you need to start with trust. And trust starts with security. So with the security parts of Microsoft 365 E7 that builds on top of E5, you now have Microsoft Entra Suite. You have Intune, Defender XDR, and Purview. And together with Microsoft Security Copilot, you now have the full control of your environment. We can start to see utilizing Security Copilot and all of that AI sweetness as well to see that you are secure and compliant within your own environment. And when we talk about identity as the new security parameter with Microsoft Entra Suite, is that identity replaces traditional network boundaries as the primary security parameter for AI-powered workplaces. And zero trust and risk-based conditional access. So this is where the sweetness of automation, what's actually possible within your organization, is to control this to all the bits and pieces that is flowing within your organization. So you can enable Microsoft Entra enforces the zero trust policies and the risk-based conditional access policies based on real-time signals, such as user risk and device compliance, and then letting the user access more or less sensitive data depending on risk in a real-time evaluation. And of course, we have the possibility now of governance of non-human identities within Microsoft Entra because every agent has their own identity. So Entra managed identity governance for AI agents and service managers to secure automated non-human access. And this then gives us the adaptive and scalable security that we need to move forward. With Entra, it enables adaptive scalable security and control and reducing unauthorized access. But why do we see that unmanaged AI poses a serious business threat? Well, we have to talk about the risk of shadow AI. So unmanaged AI tools can definitely lead to data leakage, intellectual property loss, and regulatory violations without safeguards. And you have to have the opacity of AI interactions. So AI usage often lacks visibility, making it hard to track data shared or how it's utilized within organizations. So now you need to secure the AI alternatives. And that's how you govern with Agent 365 your AI solutions, like an integrated Copilot or agents to reduce resilience to unauthorized tools and ensure data security. And now you have the possibility then to be responsible. So ignoring shadow AI risks can undetermined trust and productivity, so making executive actions crucial. So within Microsoft 365 E7, you now have the complete Microsoft Entra Suite. And this is what I talked about with the risk-based conditional access. So here you have the hire, mover, leaver process. This is where you have your risk-based conditional access. This is where you can segment where the user, for any employees from any locations, from any platforms or any device, and what are they actually going to access. So you can really granularly give them access to only what they want, just when they want it, and then remove access because you don't want to have access continuously over time. So then you can steer them in the right direction. Yes, you can use this type of AI services, and you cannot use that type of AI services. You can access IaaS, PaaS services, data centers, your SaaS apps and websites in a control real-time evaluation scenario, and of course all of your on-premise apps as well with Entra ID private access and internet access capabilities as the modern VPN solution of tomorrow. So, some brief conclusions from my side. Microsoft 365 is the platform for the AI-powered organization. But success isn't about choosing between productivity and security. It's about understanding that one cannot exist without the other. So what I've been talking about is that yin without yang creates risk, and yang without yin creates stagnation for the organization. But together, they create transformation. And this is what we've been seeing for the early adopters of Microsoft 365 E7. And why OneWin in this case? Well, we have now been a leading security partner for many, many years. And now we are moving our security compliance knowledge even further as the leading Microsoft partner in translating Microsoft platforms into valuable business-specific goals for the whole organization, not only for IT. So we established the right foundation in identity, security, and governance according to Zero Trust and the organizational needs. And this is where we now can start to operationalize Copilot and AI agents in a controlled and value-added manners. But we still need to ensure that compliance with regulatory requirements such as NIS2, GDPR, and cybersecurity laws, and of course industry standard that the organization has to obey to. We also have that to be able to protect the organization. And then, of course, to support the entire journey from strategy and implementation to a continuous optimization and management over time. And this is where we see that those early adopters of E7 are now in the forefront of development in an agentic world. With that, I'm now going to hand over to Martin, and he's going to talk a little bit from the Microsoft perspective.
Thank you, Olof. So, Microsoft 365 E7, what is it? I'm not going to just show another set of AI features and functions. Instead, I want to talk about how we can scale AI from experimental stage to real production in a way that you can trust. At Microsoft, we call this transition frontier transformation, when AI moves from individual pilots to becoming actually a part of a company's business. So let me start with some questions that I often ask my clients. Where are you currently in the work of scaling AI in various teams and processes? What results have you seen so far? And where do you encounter obstacles? So how can E7 help you move forward? Through AI in the workflow itself, with more room for innovation and with full visibility and control, so you can pick up the pace without losing your control. AI development is moving at a speed. In recent quarters, AI assistants have evolved from helping us write and summarize information to become full-fledged AI agents who can act, use tools, connect to systems, and create actual results in business. The use of AI agents is skyrocketing. By 2018, as many as 1.3 billion agents could be in use worldwide. This indicates a profound change in the way work is done today. This is not a long-term experiment, but something organizations are planning for here and now. A whopping 82% of companies saying that they will integrate AI agents into their business within 1 to 3 years. So by 2026, around of 40 percent of major business applications are expected to include task-specific agents. That means agents integrated into workflows everywhere, from sales to customer service to finance, supply chain, IT, HR. The development curve is steep and it paves for a structural change in how we work. So companies have started scaling AI in their daily work and are already seeing some noticeable effects. When AI integrates into real workflows and processes, rather than small isolated pilots, the performance gains occur across the entire organization. So for example, we've seen increase employee productivity by 30%. We also seen developers becoming up to 30% more efficient thanks to intelligent tools that remove repeatable work. And AI is woven into customer service and support. Companies tend to speed up customer service processes up to 50% and relieve employees so they can actually work on more complex issues. In addition, there's of course a potential of reducing costs. The most important thing is not to the exact percentage in each example, but the improvement is noticeable in several different parts of the business at the same time, not just a single department. That's the big difference between experimenting with a single AI solution and frontier transformation, where AI becomes a fundamental capability that creates value on a broad front throughout the organization. So the question is not whether AI can produce results. The question is what happens when you decide to scale up with AI instead of staying in a pilot scale. AI is not only increased productivity, it also introduces new types of risks. Already today, organizations are struggling with many complex security threats around identities, cloud services, network, data. And as AI enters the picture, it creates new attack paths and increases risk. So both defenders and attackers now have tools that they can operate faster and at greater scale than ever before. Entirely new areas now need protection. Risks that did not exist before. Manipulable AI prompts and responses, data flows and train the feed agents, plugin and integration that may create backdoors, and autonomous agents that can operate at machine speed. Each adds a new opportunity for attack on top of existing security threats. Therefore, this time is different. Traditional security solutions are not enough in the world where AI and agents are driving more and more processes. To meet the challenges, and for every organization to make leap to a frontier firm, we need to start at the right end, with trust. We have talked about intelligence and trust as our central building blocks. The real difference comes from combining intelligence and trust. This is what separates AI experimentation from becoming a frontier firm that can scale AI successfully. So frontier companies do more than add new AI tools. They connect intelligence that understand how work happens with built-in trust and security and compliance. This is how AI moves pilots to real, repeatable results. But intelligence is not enough on its own. When AI is to be scaled up, trust, in other words, secure and traceable foundation, becomes a decisive speed increaser. So frontier companies building trust from the start. Each agent, every AI that performs tasks is given an identity, clear framework, and accountability for the outcomes. This allows innovation to move quickly without risk-taking as a solid security and compliance foundation keeps the pace. So when intelligence and trust work together, companies can harness the full potential of AI. Innovation can be scaled up with control, risk is already managed in the design, and IT can maintain control without delaying the business development. More employees get to practice the innovation work. More employees are empowered by AI in the daily work. And when AI becomes a lasting capability in organization, not just a few shiny pilots. That's how you dare to manage and become a true frontier company. So how do we take this idea of intelligence and trust and apply them to AI agents in practice? The answer is to treat your AI agents much like you treat a new employee. When you introduce a new amazing colleague to your team, you do two things. You give them the right context, everything they need to know about the company, the knowledge, data, processes, and ways of working so they can make good decisions and start working. You set up policies, controls, boundaries, responsibilities, so the employee works within a
Did we lose Martin?
I think my internet dropped for a
Yeah,
second,
yeah. For a
so
second, yeah, right.
You're back.
I'm happy to be back.
Yeah, glad to have you back.
So agents are no different in that perspective. So if an agent is to work with your emails, documents, meetings, systems, or data, they need to have the same context as a human, and they also need to be within a robust controls and governance. So the key question is whether the agent can perform tasks safely, consistently, and measurably at scale, not just whether it can technically complete it. So to help you become a true frontier company, we introducing E7, also known as the Frontier Suite, as we call it at Microsoft. So E7 is all new integrated productivity and AI suite designed for a human-led but agent-driven business. So E7's people's intention can be turned into action through AI that runs safely at scale. So here we combining the power of Copilot with new capabilities of Agent 365 on a solid foundation of E7. E5. So E7 brings together the full security and compliance foundation that you find on E5, including Security Copilot. We're adding additional functionality with Intune Suite, and also adding an integrated platform with built-in agent governance and oversight through Agent 365. The goal is for you to be safely on a large scale, make AI an operational part of your work, so that AI not only generates text, but it actually can take action in your processes. In this way, E7 enables a new type of system for work where human lead, an agent perform many tasks, but always under a human control with the right level of protection. So how does E7 realize these two pillars, intelligence and trust? So how do we do it in practice? First, are we going to do it in three parts? So first, E7 integrates AI right in your work. It's not about copying text and into chat and hoping for magical insight. E7 makes sure that AI is where you already work, integrated into the tools and processes your employee use every day. AI becomes a natural part of how work is done at all stages, so you can get the real benefit from it. Secondly, it is about promoting innovation in all employees. At Microsoft, we believe there's a maker in every single employee. So within E7, the person closest to a problem also gets simple tools to solve it through AI. So for example, with low-code tools to create a custom agent directly in your workflow. So when more people can contribute to building and improving AI solutions in their everyday life, the innovation can spread more widely and faster in your entire organization. Thirdly, all AI in the organization must be able to be controlled and managed. E7 offers full visibility into every layer of the AI stack. You can keep track of which agents are running, how many people are using them, what are they doing, and what results you're getting. You can also control, secure, and optimize the AI agents you introduce. With Agent 365 as part of E7, you get high-level control plane for all your agents, so you can confidently scale without usage, without getting any uncontrolled situation. So a key component of E7 is Work IQ. And what is that? See of it as intelligence layer that makes Copilot and your agents truly align with your organization. So the idea that AI will understand how your work is done and what's most important to you. Work IQ collects and processes the collective knowledge and patterns in your organization. So Copilot and AI agents can reason smarter based on the context, not just provide general answers. Traditional productivity tools often act on raw data. They know you have emails, files, meetings, but they don't understand who in your organization is an expert on a specific topic, what documents are relevant for a project, or how you usually perform a particular process. Work IQ fills that gap. It is the brain behind Microsoft Copilot, ensuring that AI understand your context, your relationships, and what your work patterns look like. So that is can reason and provide relevant advice instead of just acting on raw input. It's intelligence for real, so personal business knowledge that increase the value of everything AI does. Crucial part of E7 is of course Microsoft Copilot. That is already integrated in all core apps where you work every day. We want to release intelligence right where the work happens. When we say AI in the workflow, we do not mean adding AI as an afterthought. We mean embedding Copilot across the entire ecosystem, in the operating system, on the devices, in cloud apps, so AI can support your throughout your work without constant context switching. So Copilot is woven into most commonly used tools, Outlook, Word, PowerPoint, Teams, Excel, and now even Windows. So let's recap on the E7 suite. The foundation is E5, the entire productivity suite and security platform that you may already have invested in. If not, Olof and Pascal are ready to step in and help you with. And also E7 builds on the E5, so you keep everything you have today in productivity and security. On this solid foundation, we also add in Copilot, AI to core your tools, plus new Agent 365 for central agent control and security. You also get Entra Suite, full ID and access management, and Intune package that is being introduced to E5 as well. So, and of course, let's not forget Work IQ intelligence that ties everything with your data together. So E7 brings this together in one integrated suite, so you get a maximum value of AI where staying strong with security, governance, and most importantly, peace of mind. That is a Frontier suite designed to work seamlessly as a full package, one-stop shop.
Yes, comment from Pascal here. The prices above is like round the corner prices of Microsoft web prices. Microsoft have some promotions right now for E3 and E5 users for CSP, and probably maybe other type of promos if you talk to your Microsoft team as well.
Thank you, Pascal. So while E7 itself is a new suite, it builds on years of continuous innovation in productivity, in security, and lately on AI. So here's a little timeline of the key news that we launch annually from 22 until today. So we added Copilot Security in 23 and 24. Now WorkIQ and Agent 365 in 25 and 26. So the Microsoft suite has been steadily evolving over and expanding at a high pace. The point is that you're investing in a platform that evolves with your needs, not a product that quickly becomes outdated. So Microsoft will continue delivering new capabilities so your business can stay current in productivity, security, and AI. And finally, I'd like to emphasize that the E7 occupies a unique position. We rightly call it the Frontier Suite because it is the bridge between the very latest in AI and the proven foundation of enterprise security and control. Other players focus either on cutting-edge AI features such OpenAI or Anthropic do, or on security and infrastructure such cybersecurity specialist Palo Alto Networks or CrowdStrike. The E7 is designed to unite these worlds into cohesive offering. You get the most advanced AI technology integrated into your tools, combined with robust security, compliance, and management. With E7, the gap between innovation and security disappears. You can be both a leader in AI and completely business safe at the same time. And with that, I'm transferring to Pascal for an executive summary.
Not sure I'm the executive one, but I will try to do a summary. So time flies. Copilot. It's not yesterday or last week. It's actually 3.5 years since Microsoft announced Copilot, then with the name Bing Chat, February 2023. And I think it was in September, October 2023, they announced Copilot. So it's 3 years. So today we're using AI products in our phones. I use it every day. I use Gemini, I use Copilot, I use ChatGPT, Claude for decisions instead of Googling and so on and so on. When I asked a customer me and Martin worked with a public sector customer for a couple of weeks ago. It's one of the first and largest E7Ds here in Sweden. And I actually asked the question to the customer, do you use AI today? I say you only have 50, 100 Copilot licenses today, but how many use some type of AI tool today? They check the firewalls, they check the Defender for Cloud Apps, and they realize that over 60% of the coworkers did use some kind of free AI in a public sector environment. So I don't say it's forbidden. I don't say it's, but I don't think it's secure. It's risky. It's risky regarding GDPR if you ask the wrong question and put in the wrong documents maybe. So I love creativity. but creativity, you need some. You must think about security, of course, how it affects security. Give the customer, your coworkers, a sanctioned AI. Controlling AI teams. Give the right person the right access. Give them the right behörighet. Have my shit in Swedish.
Right access.
Right, yeah, I think so. That, yeah, and you can choose. Take the next the next slide, please. Building the business case. I love this part. I've been working with it for many years, and together with Onevinn, it's super. We're working with trainings, using Microsoft assessments and workshops to build decision material for your company. We are working strongly together with Microsoft Teams, your team if you have a team, building the right business case for you. Me and Martin, we have done a couple of large E7 deals the latest months. E7 was announced. No, not announced. You can actually start to working with it from May 1st. But already 1 month in, we have done a couple of, I think, 2 large public sector customers and a couple of private commercial customers as well. And we learn a lot. And we can also help you guys working with decision making. We can help you doing the POCs, the pilots. We can help you shape. We can help you with the dialogue with Microsoft as well. Do not reinvent the wheel. Of course, you are special. Of course, your company or your organization are special, but you're not so special. So we can use the experiences we have from other customers and together with Microsoft, and we can give you a really nice deal on E7. So we're going to give me my contacts after. If you want to get in contact with me, I can help you and your organization to do the best I can regarding E7 deal. That was all from me.
Great stuff.
Talk faster in English, I think.
Yeah. So thank you guys for listening into this webinar. I hope you found it a good information in here. As I mentioned in the beginning, if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to any one of us with your questions, thoughts after this webinar. We don't have any questions right now, but if you want to ask a question, feel free to use the Q&A. And we had one question on the last webinar we had in Swedish this morning, and that was they asked are you able to upgrade from your current E5 licenses to E7? And the answer is yes, of course. And we can also help you with that to see where you are at the deal stage and so on to make it a good transition into the new E7, of course. And yeah, with that said, thank you guys for listening. Really appreciate it, taking the time to hear us 3 talk. You have our contact information here. Please feel free to reach out and see you guys out there. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.